All right, Psalm 144. Let's call this one Many Waters in this psalm that is going to seem to draw on that metaphor that goes all the way to the Revelation, where many waters is sometimes used as a metaphor for peoples who have been assembled, especially for a wicked purpose. But this is another seemingly bookend psalm where David is going to begin by talking about the ways in which God is blessed. He's going to describe him this time as the God who trains my hands for war. But he is going to end up by talking about the people whose God is the Lord are actually blessed, because in the middle, he's going to talk about the way that man really amounts to nothing. So no matter how much God might train my hands for war, as we've talked about before, there are too many elements outside of our control that make the training have any value outside of God's actual assistance. And so, like we said, he's going to begin by talking about blessed be the God who trains my hands for war, but he's going to seem to be humble by saying, what is man that you consider us? But beyond that, he's going to seem to go beyond talking about mankind in general being maybe not all that much, to once again talking about his troubles with the wicked, another subset of mankind. And at that point, he's going to go into eventually talking about the waters from which he is going to ask God to rescue him. And after asking God to rescue him from the many waters characterized by those who lean into specifically using falsehood as a tool to compound the effect of having great numbers, David, after asking God to rescue him, is going to talk about the way in which he is going to sing praises to the God who does rescue from those who might outnumber him and might be able to outwit him in their ability to spin fables or just flat out fiction, as he is going to follow up that praise to God by once again asking God to rescue him from those who lean into lies. Specifically, he's going to phrase it in both verses 8 and I think verse 11 by saying, and whose right hand is a right hand of falsehood, when he's referring to the many waters. And in verse 11, it's going to say whose mouths speak lies and whose right hand is a right hand of falsehood, as he is going to go on to offer his prayer, saying that God, if you would be so kind, please allow our sons in their youth to be like plants full grown, our daughters like corner pillars cut for the structure of a palace. May our granaries be full, providing all kinds of produce, and may our sheep bring forth thousands and 10,000s in our fields. May our cattle be heavy with young, suffering no mishap, so on and so forth, till he concludes in verse 15. Blessed are the people to whom such blessings fall. Blessed are the people whose God is the Lord. Once again, going beyond simply thanking God for the ability to make war, he realizes that there's so many other things that go into being able to enjoy a genuinely peaceful life. And so in addition to thanking God for training his hands for war, he seems to thank God for looking forward to a time when he doesn't have to fight at all.